Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. According to a report by the Liberty Times, U.S. President Donald Trump has hinted that a phone call with Taiwan's President Ching-te remains on the table, despite stern warnings from Beijing. Speaking to reporters on Friday, Trump stated, "I'll always talk to him," when questioned about his plans to contact Lai. This development follows Trump's trip back from Beijing in May, during which he first proposed directly calling the Taiwanese president while considering a major $14 billion arms sale to Taiwan. If realized, a call would mark the first direct conversation between sitting U.S. and Taiwanese presidents in decades. Taiwan's representative office in the U.S. responded by stating they intend to maintain close communication with the U.S. on military sales and other issues, noting that any formal plans for a call would be announced by Washington. Experts suggest Beijing views a potential Trump-Lai phone call as highly provocative. Skipping the call while quietly advancing the arms sale could allow Trump to support Taiwan while avoiding a severe diplomatic backlash from China. According to a report by Thai Sounds, U.S. President Donald Trump has shocked Washington by nominating 38-year-old Bill Pulte, the current director of the Federal Housing Finance Agency, FHFA, as the acting director of National Intelligence, DNI. Pulte, nicknamed Little Trump due to his fierce loyalty, has absolutely no military or intelligence background. Trump stated in an interview that he believes the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, ODNI, is unnecessarily large and has urged Pulte to implement massive layoffs, even suggesting the agency could be abolished entirely. The decision has raised bipartisan concerns in Congress, with lawmakers warning that Pulte might weaponize the intelligence community to target Trump's political adversaries. During his tenure at the FHFA, Pulte initiated criminal investigations against several high-profile Democrats. Trump's move follows the sudden departure of former DNI Tulsi Gabbard, who reportedly clashed with Trump over intelligence reports. Because Pulte is appointed as an acting director, his term can last up to 210 days without requiring Senate confirmation, allowing him to immediately begin reshaping the U.S. intelligence apparatus. According to a report by Layoffs, Mohsen Rezaei, an advisor to Iran's supreme leader, stated in an exclusive interview with CNN that the possibility of Washington and Tehran reaching a deal hinges on whether the Trump administration agrees to unfreeze $24 billion in Iranian assets. Rezaei described the release of these funds as a trust test for President Trump, emphasizing that the money belongs to Iran, not the United States. Tehran demands an immediate release of $12 billion upon signing a temporary agreement, with the remaining $12 billion to follow later. U.S. officials, however, worry that unfreezing these assets prematurely would weaken key leverage over the Iranian regime. Additionally, Rezaei warned that if the U.S. resumes conflict, Iran would expand military operations beyond the Strait of Hormuz, although he noted that the likelihood of war remains low. He also ruled out any meeting between Trump and Iran's supreme leader Mustafa Khamenei at this stage, stating that negotiations are currently deadlocked. Rezaei also reiterated Iran's joint sovereignty with Oman over the critical Strait of Hormuz waterway. According to the Japanese news site IZA, North Korean media reported on June 6 that General Secretary Kim Jong-un, accompanied by his daughter, oversaw a test voyage of North Korea's second newly constructed 5,000-ton class destroyer on June 4. This specific destroyer experienced a major setback last year when it capsized in the water during a failed launch attempt. Following recovery and restoration work at the Rajan shipyard in the Northeast, it was successfully launched and put to sea. During the test voyage, Kim inspected the ship's crew systems and outlined ambitious naval plans, including the construction of a larger 10,000-ton class destroyer and the development of underwater secret weapons. Military analysts suggest that these developments align with North Korea's ongoing goals to nuclear arm its navy, with destroyers likely intended to operate missiles equipped with nuclear warheads. Meanwhile, North Korea's first 5,000-ton class destroyer is expected to be delivered to its navy in the near future. According to a report by Liberty Times, U.S. President Donald Trump stated on June 6 that the administration is still considering a $14 billion arms sale to Taiwan. Trump's comments came during a media briefing on Air Force One, amid mounting concerns that the United States had suspended the weapon package following his meeting with Chinese leader Xi Jinping. Previously, Acting Navy Secretary Hung Tao suggested that the multi-billion-dollar deal had been paused due to the ongoing conflict with Iran. However, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio firmly denied these claims, clarifying that the massive arms sale, which is heavily opposed by Beijing, remains under active review and has not stalled under Chinese pressure. Rubio emphasized that the United States does not consult China on its arms sales to Taiwan, aligning with long-standing American policy. He added that the deal has already received congressional approval, the funding is secured, and the decision on the timing and execution ultimately rests with the president. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.